Hey guys, this is Chris Big with Cheat the Game coming back at you, and today I was just taking a look at Ori and the Will of the Wisps. And I remember last time I hacked the original Ori, it was a C# game in which we had a mono tab up here in Cheat Engine that we could use. And also we used DN Spy, and we could just find just about everything we wanted. Don't look like we have the option to do that in this game. It was made differently. I believe Unity maybe. And we have to find things manually. But there's a lot that we can find in this game, and I hadn't really dug into it too deep. Like I say, usually when I start to hack a game or anything like that, I'll go directly into it and get my easy stuff, and then I start working on other stuff. It just depends on what the game's doing, what it offers as far as abilities and things. And I know Ori offers all kind of abilities that you can unlock that could possibly do that later, you know, to unlock it via flag or something like that. But I don't know. I was thinking of putting the Devil May Cry on hold for a bit and just maybe doing a series on this, because, you know, finding these things manually takes a lot more work. And that may be something fun we could do. Like I say, I have very little time to dig into these games because my work schedule is just off the charts. But I want to start getting more things out to you guys. And I thought maybe we could just start, you know, go easy on this, and then, you know, maybe find some harder stuff in this later as well, because I really love this type game and everything. So that's what I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to start off right off the bat getting health and seeing what we can find. I really love these type games. I love the first one, and we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. What I'm doing here is float unknown value. I don't know what the health is. I know that this represents our health. This represents, I'm not sure, our mana. I can't remember the other game. It's been over a year or so since I played it, so I don't remember everything there was to know about it. But I do know that this is our health right here. So, and I know we have an enemy over here. Go ahead and grab a torch. And we just want to go ahead and take some damage, like normal. And we know that's decreased value. And I'm going to use hotkeys. First time I'll do it manually, but after that I'm going to use hotkeys. And I got simple values only checked. Now I know it's only 3 balls here, but I don't believe it's going by that, since it's going down by halves. It could be going down by, let's see, going down by 2, who knows, I don't know. It could be going by 6 or something else, or some other number. We don't know what the number is, so we're going to have to treat this like we would a health bar instead of just 3 different orbs. So if you don't know, always go unknown, and we're just going to unchanged value. I'm using my hotkeys. If you don't know how to set hotkeys, you can do that in edit settings. Come over here to hotkeys, and you can put anything you want in there. The ones I use are increased value, decreased value, changed, and unchanged. Alright. Now I promise, we're going to get into harder stuff into this. I know I promised that with the Devil May Cry. Like I said, I just ain't had time to really dig into that game. It's a very involved game. But this is a more simple type game, which would probably be, you know, that we can get more advanced into as we go along. So forgive me guys, but I promise that we will. Like I say, my time is very limited because of my work schedule. So, okay, so we're down to about 1,000,005. Let's take some more damage. And then we're going to go decrease value with the hotkey. And we see changing values, which is unknown. And we're just going to keep hitting unknown. Jump around, do everything that you can. Just fluctuate values. And it'll weed it down as much as possible, especially when you know you only got a limited number, and that'll help you. Go to different areas of the screen. Alright, took more damage. I always recommend putting it on easy mode when you're trying to find your health and things like that until you get familiar with the game. 182 looks like a good number. Now I could go from a 0 to a 1 float, or you know, these 15s looks like something I'd try. I usually look for whole values like that. Here's another 15. I believe that my 1.5s look interesting, but there's a ton of them, so I don't know. But what we like to do is let's look at our whole values first, and then we just go from there. I know we're down about half health, so let's put it up to 30 and see if that makes any kind of difference. You see our health has gone back up. Let's take some damage and make sure that it goes from that 30, and it does. Good. Now we just got to ascertain which one is the correct internal value. We don't know. So what we do is we'll just freeze a couple of them. I'll freeze the bottom two, leave the top two open. And if the value stays after we take a damage, we know that one of these is the internal value. If it continues to go down, we know one of these is the internal value. So it's just a process of elimination, which we've done 1,000 times. And take a look. We're taking no damage. So we know it's one of the bottom two. So let's just tick off one at a time and go from there. Take more damage, and we're still not losing health, so it has to be that bottom one right here. Let's untick that one and take some more damage, and we're going down. So that bottom one is our internal health. Alright, so we know this is our health right off the bat. Let's see if we can just find a spot in memory of where it's reading and writing to this value. Put the debugger on it, and we see right off the bat it's already reading in a specific spot right here. And this would be good if you wanted to do like to do where it's constantly reading, or if you wanted to do like an injection copy. Now this is a way that Cheat Engine can find your addresses for you, and you can always use a reading location that's constantly reading. It's not reading at the moment, but you see once we're in the game, it's now reading again. If you see over here, and something that's constantly being accessed is places that you want to use for injection copies. That's the best places, I would say, if you want it to find right off the bat. If not, you have to wait till you take damage or something that has to happen before, you know, that part of memory is accessed to do an injection copy. So we may do that right off the bat. Let's see if this address is shared, but I want to find the other places first. Let's just see what pops up when we do take damage. Okay, just one spot. Okay, so you see this is only accessed when we actually take a hit. This is being accessed all the time when the game's running. So let's see if this top one up here is actually shared, and we can do an injection copy, and it'll always find our health address for us, and we can use that to find maybe other values, maybe this mana address or whatever this magic. It might be some type of magic, I don't know, but and we'll find that in just a second, just to see. Alright, we're going to take a look, make sure we put it on the float, and we're going to go take some damage. We know that's us. I'm going to hit this guy. Doesn't look like our enemies are going through that. Or at least that particular enemy is not. Let's go ahead and put it back up to 30. So we do know we have a cap value of 30 somewhere as well. Alright, so we can see this is not shared, so if we wanted to, we can go ahead and put an injection copy on this. Possibly just go ahead and do an infinite health script here. But for right now, let's just do an injection copy. That will always find our health address for us. We're just going to do a regular AOB injection, and we're going to go health add E1. It finds the AOB for us, and what I want to do to make an injection copy is I want to allocate another spot in memory. I believe this is a 64-bit game, so we want to, and you can see it's using 64-bit registers, RAX, so we want to save at least 8 bytes worth of space. Okay, so we want to name it something, so we're just going to name it health, and I'm going to save 8 bytes for the address to be stored. And then right above new mem, you don't have to put it above new mem, you can put it down here somewhere, but usually I just put it right above new mem, and that's the name of the new spot in memory that we are trying to allocate. We're going to call it health, and for right now we're just going to put define a D word as 0 there. That means no values there. We're going to have it write a value, which will be the health address. And you can see right here that this is our health address, because you could tell that from the debugger. RAX is holding our character base address plus 10 offset. It equals our health address, and it's writing to EAX. So what we need to do, since it's writing to itself, EAX is just a 32-bit version of RAX, but it's actually, you can see it's writing to itself. We want to capture that information before it changes in EAX, in that container, okay? So we need it to write the value of whatever RAX is holding before it actually runs this particular opcode, okay? So we have to put it above. We have no choice. So we're gonna we need to go ahead and register a symbol also, because we're going to use this outside of the script. So register symbol and health, which is the name of that allocated spot. We just want to call it by name, so Cheat Engine will know where we are referencing when we call it. And we need to unregister it when we turn it off, so that way we can use it outside of the script, and Cheat Engine will always know we're talking about that part of memory. Alright, so now we can use that symbol name, health, and I want you to write the value that's being stored in RAX, which is the base address of our health. It'll write that value. It'll say, okay, where does he want me to write this value to? It'll say, oh, he wants me to write it to that health part of memory. I'll see that up here and says, okay, I'll write it right here. And we can access that anytime we want it by calling it. So let's go ahead and assign that to the current cheat table. And for right now, we're just going to call this health lookup, and that's just for our purposes. We're just starting a cheat table, so we don't know what we're going to run into in this game yet. Okay, sorry about that. Let me put the address back up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to look up, or have this look up our health for us. So what we want to do is come over here. In the brackets, we want to put our symbol name, which is health. We're telling Cheat Engine, I can spell it right. Telling Cheat Engine we want you to access our newly created allocated memory. And we need the value, which is the health address being stored there. We want the value of what's being stored at that address. And remember, our health address was plus 10. If you take a look over here, let's go ahead and put health plus 10. You can see RAS plus 10, which is the base address plus 10 will be our health address. So when we turn this on, we want to see that populated when we go back to the game. So let's do that. And take a look, and it found our health address, so we can put that under here and just go ahead and label that health address. Alright, and we can get rid of this one. Now we can save what we got so far, and it will always find our health address for us. Let's see what else we can find. Let's browse memory region. This will take us to the memory dump down here, and it takes us right to the health address. And let's change display type to float. Right click on it, go to display type, and come down here to float. And here is our health. Let's go above a little bit. There's nothing there. We see 2 3s. That's interesting if you take a look. These 2 3s, because look right here, we got 3 and 3. But I believe that might be our mana or magic or whatever that blue is, because we know this is our health. I'll tell you what. Let's just play around with it. Let's change these to 5 and see what it does. Let's change that one to 5. Oh, take a look here. That looks like to be our cap for this mana or magic. Let's see if this is our mana current. Change that to 5. I'll take a look. So it looks like we have also found, which is in the same exact structure, this mana or magic, whatever this is. I don't even know what this is yet. Looks like it might be some type of magic or something. But we can have Cheat Engine look that up along with this, as long as that's running, since they're side by side. So we just need to figure out where these are. We know that this right here, this value is health plus 10. So the next value up is just 4 bytes, which would be health plus 1 4. This would be health plus 1 8. That would be health plus 1 C. It counts in hex. So remember, counting in hex. Okay. So if you don't know how to count in hex, please look it up. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F. Then 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. You see what I'm saying? Alright. So we know that the next one up that we want it to find is this right here, which is 1, 8 plus 1, 8. So let's go ahead and copy these down. Control C, and then match Control V twice, 1 time and 2 times, and we can just go change the offsets. We want that to be 1, 8, which we see right here. Let's change that to mana current. And let's go change this one to 1C. That would be, let's see, mana cap. So just based off that one thing we did, we've already found our current health, our current mana cap, or whatever that happens to be. You'll find out later. I just don't know. This is the very beginning of the game, so. And I'm just curious also. I'm just out of curiosity, if this is the current mana cap, I'm wondering if this has anything to do with our health. You know me, curiosity kills. So let's, I'm not liking that, whatever that value is, but let's just change that to like 5 and see what we get. I'm curious. Whoa. Oh, take a look. Look at all that mess. Okay, that's obviously has definitely our cap value, but I don't know what it's doing with our cap there. Let's put it back on 0. And our cap's totally disappeared, so we'll have to fix that later maybe. Let's put it back on 4. I think that's what it was in the first place. Alright, we're back to 3, it looks like. Let's go take some damage, make sure yeah, well, it looks like it did a bunch to it. That definitely has something to do with our cap. So let's go ahead and put that on there as well. Let's just copy and paste. And we'll just say that has something to do with our cap. We might look at it later. Health cap address. I'll look at that later. I don't want to go screwing around with it too much. But as you see, out of all that, we've already found 4 things. And we'll probably go dig around some more. And just take a look around the structure down here. And find more things. But I'd like to continue on with this series just to see what we can do with it. So, but I wanted to get something to you guys out. I got my 5 days off right quick. And I wanted to get something quick out to you guys. And like to start this series and everything, and hopefully we can find all kind of stuff like find abilities, super jumps, all that good stuff in this game. I'd like to be able to do that, and maybe one-hit kills. We can do that on the next episode or whatever y'all like. Just, you know, feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments. I appreciate you guys being patient with me, and I'm terribly sorry they're coming out kind of sporadic like this, but I really like this game, and I kind of wanted to, when it first came out, I said, oh man, I really want to do something with Ori because I love that series. So, but I'm going to go ahead and end it here, but I'll get this uploaded for you guys tonight, and it should be available for you first thing Saturday morning. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done for you now. So I want to go ahead and first of all thank my partners right quick. These guys keep the game in operation. And we thank you so much for your kind donations and contributions every month. It really, really does help a lot. I want you guys to all stay safe. I want you all to take care. I want you to get on your computers and keep hacking. Try not to go out too much if you can help it. I want all you guys to stay safe, all right? So wait till this coronavirus madness is over with, and then, you know, go out there and raise hell all you need to. But you guys take care. Keep on hacking. Most importantly, please enjoy yourself. That's really what it's all about. You cheat the game, fellas, because believe me, it doesn't mind cheating you. We'll be back, and we'll continue this later.